Hello guys, welcome back to the DL show coming to you straight from Baraton TV here and hereafter. I am your host Deborah Lillian, and today we have writers in our show. The other time they were writers but poets, but today they are playwrights. Those guys who write plays. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so honored and humbled you're here.
Yeah, we're so honored.
Okay, so maybe you guys introduce yourself to us. Tell us something about yourself.
All right. I'm called Rambo. Rambo Oracha.
Rambo Oracha.
Yes. And I'm a playwright. I'm a poet, and I write short stories. So
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, that's all.
okay.
Yeah.
I am Demetrius White, a playwright. I do poems, and I also do short stories and novels.
Amazing. So you guys are just not playwrights, but you also write some other things.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, starting from you, Demetrius, when did you first realize that you wanted to be a writer?
When I realized I wanted to be a writer,
Yes.
I didn't want to be a writer, but I found myself
Being a writer.
writing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in 2012.
Mhm.
I was in class 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Rambo, how about you?
For me,
Yes.
I wanted to be a writer personally because my dad used to tell me how he used to write when he was a kid. So with that energy, I really felt like I need to write. Now the time that I started writing is when I was in class 6.
Okay.
Actually, in class
Class
6
six.
when I joined Hands in primary so that we can write a play, which is a stage play, which was to be performed in the festival. Unfortunately, never
Okay.
went for the nationals. But since then, I've always wanted to write, and I've been writing.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Okay. So do you have, for you, Demetrius, do you have that specific person who inspires you? Or maybe at some point you felt like there's this writer, this author who really inspires you and gave you some energy to want to write. Do you have that person?
Yeah, when we talk about the urge to write, nobody can give you the urge to write.
Oh.
It must be from within.
Okay.
And that is why we say that, or it is said that a ship does not sink because of the water without it. It sinks because of the water in it.
Yeah.
So for me to write, it is out of my own urge that I need to do something. But then there is this person that you may say, I love how so and so does
their work.
this or that.
Okay.
So, or maybe I love the work of so and so. And for me, I credit that value because of the first writing I made was inspired partly by the work of an author of the book The Cruel Burdens. The book is just interesting. It captures your attention from the beginning up to the end. You can also repeat and repeat, but still you don't get
Bored.
satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an interesting story. So I wish I get that. I get to see that guy if he is alive, or I get to see some of his other works.
Okay. That's nice. Okay, Rambo, on your side, do you also feel like you don't have to get inspired or maybe you don't have to, no one gives you the urge apart from you? or do you have someone who you?
Writing is a call.
Okay.
Writing is a call whereby
Mhm.
you feel like your hands is telling you, oh yeah, I need you to pick that pen and I need the paper. I need you to start writing this.
Okay.
Then your mind is telling you, yeah, because I have some content. Let's put them down. Let's record them. Now, I have to support supporting my brother White because it's the same spirit which really drives me to the walls of writings that is doing the same to him.
Yeah.
Now, writing on my side came as a dream.
As a dream.
As a dream.
Okay.
I wanted to do it. It was a dream. I am doing it. I'm fulfilling my dream.
Yeah, sure.
But there is, on the way of writing,
Mhm.
there are these pillars which really hold you so still so that you can do what you can write better. Perfection is a daily practice.
Yeah.
So when I was in Form 3, or actually Form 2, way back, I read this book called The Flood.
Yeah.
Now, The Flood is the book which really opened the chapters of my own exquisite playwriting skills.
Mm.
Now, I felt, I say exquisite because previously I used to write plays, but comparing to how the journey
You feel like
changed,
you.
it changed ambiguously.
Yeah.
Another playwright really made my my morale to raise or to scale so high is Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Now Ngugi, he is a playwright of his own caliber.
Yeah.
Writing the the play with The Devil of the Crows, which was banned. Actually, that play really made me feel like I need to write a book. I need to write a play. I need to script this style. Now on the other side, Shakespeare. Shakespeare really made me feel like the English which I pour on the manuscripts were to escalate to a level of high standard. Now, to standardize my my vocabularies, my ways of handling sentences, it's people have different ways of writing.
Sure.
Now, I felt like Shakespeare really played a very big part, a very big role with the likes of Hamlet. And the
Juliet and Romeo.
Actually, those books are just spot on, and they never die.
Sure.
Yeah.
They never die. That's nice. Okay, Demetrius, can you tell us something about the first piece you ever wrote? The first piece you ever wrote.
I may not have a very, very first piece because initially when I started writing, I wasn't really writing because I am a writer or because I want to be an author. I just wrote for fun. And that is when one of my teachers then saw me writing. He read what I had been writing for. I had made something like Mwakenya of just random pieces.
Yes.
And that is when he told me that I can go and bind this for you and make something you can show up someday. I just ignored it, although he did it actually. I gave it to him and he did it. And then there was another time when now my desk mate told me, how about you publish one of these fine days? And I got that idea. So from then, that is when I started writing as a writer.
Not for fun anymore.
Not for fun anymore. And after that, and that is why I will call it one of my first writings.
Okay.
Yeah, after that, idea that I'm writing for publishing. I got some good job, some good writing done. I contacted several people whom I thought they could help me
Yeah.
publish. And so that is when I came to meet some doctor. He promised to help me publish, and at the end of the day, it happened that he was a con man and he was a thief. Although maybe I may be wrong to term him as a thief now, because when I contacted him after finding out he had stolen my
Yeah,
piece,
the book. Yeah.
after contacting him, we talked and we negotiated about it. So I got something small
Oh,
and I left it. It is now his.
okay.
So I sold my piece.
But the fact still remains that you are the one who wrote it. So you stole something from your mind.
But thank God
Yeah,
he
sure.
didn't steal the ability to write.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Rambo, tell us something about your first piece.
My first piece.
Yes.
Okay. My first piece was a play. Actually, it's called Always in Return.
Always in return.
Always in Return. It's a piece which I wrote, but while still a toddler.
Okay.
In grammar, a toddler in vocabularies, a toddler in all the aspects which are needed in scripting a play.
Yeah.
It is my first piece because I finished it. It is my first piece because it really gave me the idea of a play. It is my first piece because it was the cradle of my own suspicion. You know, you have to be ambitious and suspicious with your own self so that you can develop yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Always Return was the first script. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, I want to ask you guys, I'm sure of course people have different ways of writing or maybe the period of time they write, but maybe you guys should tell us, for you Demetrius, how long do you take to write a play or to write whatever you're writing? How long does it take you?
Writing depends with a variety of circumstances.
Okay.
Your schedules, how busy are you in the week, in the day, in the month? What do you want to write?
Okay.
Why do you want to write? There are times that you feel that you want to write, and maybe you are in a vehicle, you are traveling, you can't write then. But then when you arrive home and you now have the pen and the paper, you can't write anymore. So personally, the shortest I've taken to write is 2 weeks, and that is when I was in Form 3. Yeah, a play. I wrote it in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the shortest I've ever.
You've written.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Rambo, how long do you take to write?
Now, there's something that I wanted to add on his point.
Okay.
It's not only the schedule, but also the content.
Okay.
At times, we always have time elapse within our minds and actions. The mind may have a lot of things to say once, but due to the slow rate of our hands to write, we forget some things. Now, personally, there's the longest play that I've ever written, the longest time possible I've ever written. It's 2 weeks now.
The longest
That's
2
the
weeks.
longest.
Okay.
Actually, I was really busy that week,
Mm-hmm.
but I was taking some 1 hour. I made sure I have to write. There's always a say in the gym. 1 hour is 4% of your 1 hour in the gym is 4% of your day. Now, for me personally, I changed it. I say 1 hour scripting is 4% of my day.
Oh.
So I made sure every hour I have to do what I have to write, but in a day. So when I get done in the day, I write. But now, when I'm free, it's 2 days. That's 2 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights.
The shortest.
Yeah, that's the
And
shortest.
you are done.
I'm done. I
Wow.
wrote the end in the next night.
Mm.
Yeah. So it depends. Actually, I had every content. I had the time. What was I waiting for? Was I waiting for heavens to open so I can get it? No. I had just to do it.
Yeah.
That's I say it depends on the content and it depends on the schedule also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe tell us something about. I'm sure you guys have those pieces. You've written a lot of pieces, right?
No.
And you have those, that specific one you wrote, and you felt like, damn, this one, I nailed it. As in, that favorite one, and hata unajua you just killed it. Tell us something about that one, that play, that poem, that short story.
Huh. Out of the 54 plays I've written.
54 plays.
Yeah, 54 plays.
Wow.
Out of the plays that I've written, I'm very confused at which one should I choose actually. Because I said practice is a daily practice. It's a perfection is a daily practice. And of late, I tend to fall in love with different plays actually.
Oh.
Every day that I write. But out of the loved ones, there's always the favorite.
Yeah, sure.
The Accord. The Accord is just my favorite piece because when I look at from the prelude to the conclusion is wow. One thing which I like about it is the characters. It has. Now let me just use she because she's beautiful.
Okay.
She has few characters, manageable characters. Two, the plot.
Okay.
I love the plot because it has the flow of events from the beginning to the end. Flow, beautiful, just like River Tigris. And the events.
Really?
Yeah. So it flows beautifully. Thirdly, it's about the materials used. In the script, the materials are in form of stylistic devices.
Yeah.
Those are the materials like juxtaposition, beautiful, poetry, spot on, monologue or soliloquy, a fit. So I feel like I love it. It's my
You love
favorite.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Demetrius, do you have that one favorite that you've ever written?
Of course, I have a favorite play, and I love it because of the reason why I wrote it. Yeah. It's called Strife, and it's just an excellent work. The whole play, apart from a little bit of the beginning, is more of a flashback,
Okay.
so that you introduce your characters and then that is the end of the play. So the rest of the play is just flashback.
Okay. That's nice.
And so I wrote that play because of a guy who challenged me that can any of your pieces win a prize.
Mm.
So I really want to write this thing and make it that perfect,
To an extent that it will win a prize.
to make it win a prize.
Okay.
And of course, I'll dedicate it to my challenger when I officially publish it, because at the moment it's in the publishing house. I won't
Okay.
disclose which house, but it is in the process.
Of publishing.
Yes.
Mm.
So I get it, I edit some places where I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this needs some editing.
Okay.
I edit, I push it back.
Mm.
So that is the process.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Wow. So anyway, maybe you guys tell us something. What is the fun about writing? The fun. What do you find fun or interesting about writing as you write?
Fun. You express yourself.
Mm.
You're expressing yourself because at the end of the day, no one will understand you except you. So, why don't you just put everything down on the paper? And because people have every pieces of our own understanding.
Yeah.
You just have to take 10 people and you'll know 10 interests of you.
Okay.
Like when you write, you can express the whole world the way you want it. Yeah, it's you.
All right.
Yeah, that's the interesting part of it.
Hmm. Demetrius, what is the interesting part of
I
writing
want to
you?
concur with my brother.
Mhm.
When it comes to writing, every understanding is a misunderstanding. And that is why you find that
Uh,
you maybe in the same English class,
Mhm.
you present us the same poem and everybody writes their own understanding.
Okay.
Everybody writes their own things. Sometimes others you cannot accept that this is part of the piece, but it may be. So when writing, the most interesting part on my side about writing is because it's just writing. You start writing to an unknown destination. In most cases, I don't know if that happens to you. You can have a plan. I'm going to start this way and end this way. But at the end
But
of the
maybe-
day, you won't end
Yeah.
the way you planned.
That's for sure.
So it is a journey that you are traveling like Abraham to an unknown land.
But you never reach there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That's for sure. Anyway, guys, so thank you very much for coming to our show, and I think this is where we complete our show for today. Yeah, and for viewers, thank you very much for viewing. We will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more and more of this. Bye bye.